Hello, Dragon Battler Tubers, Part 2, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy VI Brave New World with me, BlueAnkylo. So I decided to split up the dragons because some of these fights are taking a lot longer than I would like, and I just wanted to start today's dragon battle by introducing the team. I brought a very strong team, -1. So we've brought Gogo along for at least to show him off once. I tried to make something out of him, but I'm not sure it's terribly effective. So we're going to be fighting the water dragon in the underground, undersea castle, or whatever they call it. I never remember the name of this place. Anyway, the main thing is, I ended up getting 2 Storm Fangs for Sabin, and I wanted to test this out. So I traded out his Ice Fang for Storm Fang. I had to Colosseum it. And the water dragon will use water attacks and be weak to lightning is the idea. So that's where Sabin comes in. Terra is all about magic defense and magic damage because the enemy is weak to lightning, so lightning 3. Unfortunately, there's actually surprisingly shortage of people with lightning elemental attacks. Terra and Celeste will have Bolt 3, and Sabin has some claws with Bolt effect. Other than that, you'd be stuck using the electric sword or the there's a rod that does that as well, Thunder Rod. But there's not very many weapons or spells that do lightning that I can see. No lures, some rages, sure, but who's gonna bring Cal? Who's gonna bring an uncontrollable character? So anyway, I brought Gogo along, and the Chocobo hide should have damage from water, so maybe he'll live. We'll see. And I tried to boost his magic as much as I can, so he also can do Bolt 3. You know, that's what we get. Other than that, I mean, I've been testing out some of his abilities. Because his magic power is better than Sabin's, he actually gets okay damage from Sonic Boom and Fire Dance in the Blitz. The other ones are terrible, so if I try to use Suplex or Bum Rush, it does like couple hundred damage or a few hundred damage compared to Sabin's multiple thousands. But he is nice. Tools and Blitz are good in the sense that they're very nice for inflicting statuses. So I brought those along as sort of support, and magic is his main use. And of course, he can mimic anything. One thing I was going to undo is I don't really need Leo's Crest for the boss fight. It's just really nice against random enemies. So I think I was going to equip... where'd it go? The White Cape in here somewhere? Yeah, the White Cape gives us speed, magic power, and magic block, which all seem useful against the boss. And I did give Terra Bismarck, which should be one of the very rare ways of having water damage. And I think the gold shield I equipped on Celeste, if you notice that, also has water. So the only way to deal with water elemental is a couple rare Chocobo. There's a couple like weird sort of things that only Gogo and Realm and maybe Gal can wear. These kind of things. And then gold equipment. So if you want to wear gold helmet, armor, and shield, that will protect you from water. Someone like Sabin, once again, has nothing that I could do to help him. So let's get to it. Hey, Blue Dragon! Get... I was going to suplex him, but I might as well have Gogo suplex him, honestly. You know, I should have floated everyone right off the bat. Might be worth trying to get haste up quick. I didn't bring anyone with haste X, unfortunately. And yeah, we'll try to slow the boss down right away, so Gogo, prove your value here. Well, there's the water spell we were expecting, so that shouldn't do too much damage to anyone that's not Sabin. Terra has, I think, Auto Shell, maybe? Yeah, that's gonna happen. So there's the fun. That's why we brought him, right? It would also be nice to get Sap. So there's another Blitz for that. Did a little bit of damage, no big deal. So yeah, I mean, I brought Gogo for fun, but to be honest, he's probably worse than Setzer and Shadow from the last dragon fight. That was a pretty powerful physical hit, I gotta say. Got safe. Let's get safe. We're really down on actions here because of Gogo being dead. It's because, like, Terra never even had a chance to do anything, so... Let's try to wake her up. I'd like to get regeneration on people, obviously. Well, that should be water and wind, so if I'd known that... Well, at least he lived. No healing. Well, drain might work, you never know. We'll do a big heal from Terra in just a second. Hey, that actually worked surprisingly well! Holy smokes, I never would expect Sabin to be able to use drain. Well, that's 1,000 damage. Good thing we got that drain off, eh? Let's get Regen X on everyone. Alright. We could try drain again if we don't get healed up too much here. That'll be enough. Alright, so Sabin's on a roll. That's pretty good. Let's just see a physical attack here. That's why I brought the Lightning Claws, so we got a little over 10,000 damage and then immediately dispelled. I mean, I was hoping to, like, berserk him one day, but... Yeah, you know. These dragons that we've been fighting the last couple days all seem to have a very similar pattern. So I guess if a physical attack is going to kill Gogo in one hit, that's going to be annoying if we get all put... Okay, good dodging, everyone. Let's try to get him safe. So that a physical attack won't kill him in one shot, maybe? It's an idea. Alright, and then, like, I do feel like safe isn't a terrible waste of time. Unless you get dispelled constantly. Good shields, look at that. Not being killed by water. He'll be fine, don't worry about it. This might be the last time I fully buff everyone, though. If we keep getting dispelled every time I do anything, then... Just wasting footage here, just rolling tape for nothing. So because Gogo has such terrible stats, he's probably more useful as a general purpose buffer-debuffer. And that works to varying degrees of success. I mean, he can cast anything, right? Like, that's something. Well, let's get him to put Shell on himself so he can maybe stay alive. And we'll try to do some damage. Maybe he'll survive a hit. Good dodging. Let's throw in some Bolt 3! Alright, well 10,000 damage isn't too shabby for one attack. Also, Bolt 3. So I guess we don't really need to worry about morphing, hey? I was considering using Morphed Terra here, but if the girls can do 9999 automatically, then we don't really need it. Well, other than Sabin... Did I not slow the boss? He seems to be getting his attacks really quickly. Let's try... I mean, it can't do more than 10,000 damage, but let's just see what it does here. I assume it'll be maybe 6,000 or 7,000. Yeah, that's about right. Well, let's just start burning them down. I'm gonna try a chakra here, just to see what it does, or mantra, whatever, one of them. If I was having him on support, that does not heal enough to help. So that's kind of wasted. The boss is not countering as much as... Well, there it is. But he didn't seem to be countering as much as some of the other bosses we've been fighting, so... Now, I think most of these guys have around 40 or 50,000 HP. So we might be already nearly ready to kill them. In which case, we should just rush them down. I may have been playing too defensively here with the ability to dish out 10, 20,000 damage per turn, and I'm trying to put on haste and stuff. Whereas we could probably just kill them in, like, maybe 2 or 3 rounds of attacking. I don't know. We'll see. So, let's see if Cure 3 does anything from from Go-Go. This dragon really wants us to go to sleep. Hey, it actually did heal him to full. Look at that, Go-Go's not completely useless. Oh, there we go, yeah. So you just gotta use some lightning on him. Looks like the girls with their 100 or so magic power are way too powerful for a water dragon. Just take advantage of that elemental weakness. Alright, so I may have overdone it a little bit, no big deal. At least the fight only took 10 minutes, that's a good sign. So, Zantetsuken, this is one of the swords I've been talking about. It used to be called the scimitar, I think. There we go. And it can cleave, which just kills enemies instantly, which is pretty cool. It was always one of the best weapons in the game. You tended to match this up with the Illumina. Genji Glove, this plus Illumina, and put on the Offering if you're at a really high level and you get 8 attacks. Sometimes instant death, sometimes tons of damage, and that was always fun. But, yeah, I mean, we're not going to do that, but random counters, perfect accuracy, may cleave or crit. That seems pretty solid. So even compared to the Illumina here, it doesn't quite give you +7 to all stats, I guess, or whatever the number is, +5. I guess it's just +7 to vigor and speed. So for your mages, it's not particularly amazing, but if you were building Celeste to be an offensive attacker, this is probably a pretty good weapon for her. Anyway, that was kind of fun. That was an easy enough little battle. Alright, I'll take a short cut here, and I'll meet you guys back for the Fire Dragon. See you in a bit. And welcome back, everybody. Time to fight the Red Dragon. So this time, we're going to try out our Sasquatch. The last time we tried to bring Go-Go and he was useless. This time I actually have higher hopes. After doing most of a dungeon with Umaro, even though it's not a super difficult one, he's actually proving himself pretty powerful. He's got his Bone Club, and his Snow Muffler, and his Blizzard Orb, and his Rage Belt. This gives him a... He acts under Berserk constantly, kind of like how Gao works under Rage, but just always. The thing is, every time he's used the Blizzard Orb for me, he's done, like, over 9,000. Yeah, I know, the joke. Damage. So, if it's weak to ice, like 9999, and even if it's not, like, many thousands. And then if his Rage Belt crit triggers, he'll throw a character at the enemy, and again, it was doing over 9,000 constantly. So, we're gonna see, but, like, he's been on a rampage so far. The main reason I'm bringing Sabin again is the Royal Jacket should make him immune to fire, and then I just switched off his 2 Lightning Claws for Ice Claws. So I'm like, hey, this is probably a good fight for Sabin, even though I know he's come to most of the dragon fights, but this one, finally, he won't die to the fire magic. Mog, I'm bringing him because he kind of works with the Sasquatch, and because the boss is weak to ice and water, so that helps. And then at least the Force Armor will reduce the fire damage, and then the Flame Guard should eliminate the fire damage. So Terra's kind of our backup plan, and we'll see how Umaro Mog do, and then Terra and Sabin can finish it off if we have to. That's the idea anyway. Time to kill dragons. Number 6. Also, Umaro has a lot more HP than silly Go-Go did. Alright, so let's get it going. Let's get it on. Let's just jump, whatever. I'll try to get slow on the boss at least. There's a good start. 5,600 damage, yeah. I will put regen on everybody though. So hopefully this fight will be the first dragon fight where instead of wasting half the battle putting on buffs, we just attack him and kill him ruthlessly. I could have done more damage, but it wasn't too bad. I think I missed putting regen on Mog because of standard issues. You know how it is. So South Cross does some fire damage, clearly. I'll wait a second to jump here. Oh, there's Blizzard! Yeah, it's pretty good. Oh, you can't dispel what I haven't cast. Nice try. Standard 10,000 damage there. If I had Haste X, I would use that, but Regen X seems like it's probably good enough. Uh-oh. Mog! He lived! Well, you better jump out of there once you get some healing in there. So we slowed the boss already. We could have put sap on him or something, but Yumero seems to be doing great. He may be triggering some boss counters, but looks like fire's not working on him, Another almost 10,000 damage. Well, Terra wants in on the damage as well, so bring out the Ice 3. Don't have to worry about Mog's HP quite as much, seeing as he's in the air so much. Maybe this is the fight we should have Berserk Sabin. Haha. Now, it's not like we level grind for this one. We just come back at the end of the game with all the super gear, and we're gonna make this guy look bad. And maybe, you never know, I didn't really try very much the first time. Maybe he's one of the easier dragons. I don't know these sorts of things. Oh, Sabin got pushed into the back row. That's kind of annoying. Whatever. He'll be fine. I just didn't want to waste the turn to move him back to the front. Oh, there we go. Now, if that had been Mog, I believe it will always do 99.99. But unfortunately, with jumping Mog, well, so much for red D. Your D's all red now. But yeah, unfortunately, Mog was in the air for most of the tosses. So yeah, Yumero actually doesn't seem too bad. And we got our Dragon's Hide. And 2 dragons left, of course. But yeah, I mean, I've been just massacring these guys during the walk down here. No complaints, obviously, but every enemy we fought in the Phoenix Cave has just been slaughtered by this group. Mog's not the strongest, but he's good enough, and Sabin and Yumero have just been having a heyday. So I get my Genji armor at long last. I think that's 3 sets of it now, actually. None equipped, so let me just have a quick look. They seem to be quite generous with the Genji gear in this mod. Somewhere around here. Oh, I know where it is, right, because technically we have 2 groups. This group is not nearly as strong. So we've got 1 Genji armor there. Oh, maybe I only had 1. Well, now I have 2. That's better than before. Alright, so yeah. Okay, I got it wrong. So we had 2 Genji armors and 2 Genji helms. And maybe only 1 Genji shield. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Still, that's pretty generous. You know, that's pretty generous. And I know we can use the Colosseum to change them to Force armor if you'd rather have that. So, you know, you gotta pick and choose. Yeah, this group has been considerably weaker, so I've been enjoying my time as Yumero party a lot more. Anyway, it said 2 dragons left, and that means you're pretty much ready for the final battle if you're looking for dragons. Like, the last 2 are on the final dungeon. So, what's left to do for me before I go to the final dungeon? Well, I'd like to uncurse a certain shield. So I'm gonna give it a try. 255 battles will be a chance to catch up some low-level characters like Locke and Setzer. Try to get everyone to like maybe 35, give or take. That seems to be my my main team that I'll still stand by. I still haven't done any real level grinding. It's just the main team now that's been doing dungeons is around 37. So I'd like to get the backup teams to at least the low to mid 30s. So I'll try to get Locke caught up, Setzer caught up, maybe Gao. Probably not Gogo. It's actually going to come down to my final spot on the final battle is going to be, do I bring Yumero or do I bring one of my other useless characters that I don't like? Now, I say useless, but Yumero seems pretty good compared to what I can get out of Setzer and Gao. Especially Setzer. I may just end up cutting him entirely. Gao is okay if you get the right rage. But then I'd have two characters that are uncontrollable. I might just have Yumero replace Gao and be like, yeah, he's good enough. Anyway, I'll be back in a little bit. I'm going to try... Can Locke equip... I just want to see if Locke can equip this cursed shield. I'm not sure exactly how it works in Brave New World. Like, I don't know anything. Blue knows nothing. But yeah, the hero shield is supposed to be cursed. And you can see that curse on the inventory screen, as with most things. Horrible shield to have a curse. So, I know... See, the thing is that I'm worried about is, in the original game, it was called the Cursed Shield. And after 255 battles, it became the Hero Shield. Whereas this time, it just starts with it, called the right name. So, I don't know, but I'll find some battles to go fight out. 255 battles. It's a pretty good shield, it just, it needs to be not cursed. Alright guys, I'll be back in a bit. We'll do this episode, and we'll prep for the final battle, well, the final dungeon for next episode.